Maraming salamat po to the other officials of the court, especially Clerk of Court Marisa D. Villarama, Court Administrator Christopher Olac, the MCLE Chair Justice Carolina Grino Aquino, the PhilJA Chancellor Justice Amarfina A. Milencio Herrera, for their competence, industry, and total commitment to their work. Their individual and collective efforts have made it convenient and pleasurable for me to discharge my work as the leader of the entire judiciary. I cannot let this moment pass without a few more words about Justice Amor. To say that she is brilliant, hardworking, and energetic is to utter something ordinary, even trite. To these well-deserved adjectives, let me add something amazing: her titanic stamina. A few years ago, we flew together continuously for about 24 hours, including stopover time, to Ottawa via Tokyo and Detroit. Upon our arrival that morning in the Canadian capital, she immediately set out to work and attended the whole-day conference without any rest. It is probably the legendary brilliance and stamina of Justice Amor that impelled the Japanese government through Ambassador Ruichiro Yamasaki to grant unconditionally to the Supreme Court the initial sum of 300 million pesos last January 26, 2006 to enable us to start building the PhilJA Development Center in Tagaytay. Thank you, Your Excellency, Ambassador Yamasaki, my occasional golfing partner and dear friend who is present here today. I wish to cite also my colleagues in the Judicial and Bar Council, which has turned into a reality my dream of drastically reducing the vacancy rate in our judiciary. During the last 2 decades, that rate fluctuated between 30 and 40%. At the end of 2005, it was brought down by Chief Justice Davide to about 29.45% or 30% for easy recall. This percentage translates to about 660 vacancies out of some 2,200 positions for justices and judges all over the country. With that huge vacancy, it is no wonder that dockets are clogged and justice is delayed. So early on, I asked the JBC to work extra hard to nominate enough candidates to enable the President to fill up some 300 vacancies and thus reduce the rate drastically by 1/2. With zeal and fortitude, the JBC responded mightily. Last Monday, December 4, 2006, during its last meeting under my headship, it was able to select at least 3 candidates for each of over 315 vacancies. To do that, it had to search actively for, diligently screen, and wisely select about 1,000 names, 3 times 315, from a long list of about 3,000 candidates. You see, it had to process an average of 10 applicants per vacant position to reduce the number to about 3 or 4 nominees for each of the vacancies. Quite a formidable accomplishment indeed. The only reason why the JBC could no longer submit nominations more than the 315 posts I mentioned was that there were not enough candidates for the remaining vacancies. There is one caveat though. Many of those nominated and will most likely be appointed are those who are being promoted from lower level to higher level courts. In a promotional appointment, the vacancy rate does not go down because filling up a vacancy in a higher court actually creates a new vacancy in a lower court. Thus, while the JBC has fulfilled its aim of submitting nominations for over 300 courts, maraming salamat po to our 26,000 rank and file employees nationwide for their DHL. In addition, they showed their affection beyond measure for this humble public servant during the 3-hour tribute of song, dance, and drama at the Film Life Auditorium on November 15, and again at the Cultural Center of the Philippines on November 30. I will never forget those joyous moments.